Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Friday. I am meteorologist Liam Kenny, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you into the month of October, where, as you might have guessed, the tropics continue to be very, very active. Even though we only have two systems right now that we're watching, there are still a lot of waves coming off of Africa that haven't come off Africa just yet, but will over the next 3 to 5 days. But more importantly, nothing is going to be any impact to the United States for at least 3 to 4 weeks. If we do get anything, which it is highly unlikely that we will by the models right now, but God forbid we do get anything, it will not be for at least another 3 to 4 weeks, all right? As we head into our brand new weekend and then eventually into next week, there are several different things to keep in mind. First off, because of Sam getting very, very close to Bermuda, we now have tropical storm watches indicating we could see tropical storm conditions, all right? And also, as I was just saying, even though the tropics continue to be very, very active, nothing is any threat to the United States at all. And last but not least, another gorgeous weekend is ahead of us with better rain chances as we head into middle and later parts of next week, all right? And obviously, you know, considering how active the tropics are, we have to talk about the tropics first because we currently have two systems to watch out for. Our first one is Hurricane Sam, a major Category 4 hurricane, almost a Category 5. It currently has maximum sustained winds of 150 miles an hour. And for those of you who don't know, Category 5 strength is anything above 156. So we are borderline Category 4, Category 5. And then our second and last system is Tropical Storm Victor, about maybe a couple hundred miles southwest of the Cabo Verde Islands. But more importantly, this system will not impact anybody. And more importantly, will not impact anybody in the United States, however, all right? Let's take a look at this beast of a storm. This is Hurricane Sam, a major Category 4 hurricane, perfectly well formed, perfectly symmetrical eye wall. That eye wall is just so strong. Anywhere where you see that black showing up, that's where we're seeing the strongest winds, the biggest thunderstorms, the heaviest rain, the strongest kind of, you know, push or like the biggest waves. Anywhere in this northern eye wall, that's where we have the worst impacts, and it will come very, very close to Bermuda over the next 36 to 40 hours. However, it is a very fast-moving storm. It's currently moving north at 20 miles an hour. Once again, a major Category 4 hurricane on the verge of becoming a Category 5 with maximum sustained winds of 150 miles an hour, potentially gusting upwards of 160 or maybe even higher. But look how low the pressure is now. We're now talking a pressure of 937 millibars. Remember, as soon as we started this journey, way back near Africa, we were well above 1,000, and now we're down to 937. It's absolutely incredible how this storm has evolved over the last 2 weeks, considering it's been moving so slow, and now it's trying to move somewhat more faster because it's moving definitely a lot more faster, north of 20 miles an hour, and will most likely stay a major hurricane until we get to either very late Saturday night or early Sunday or early portions of Sunday morning. And then it might be taking a turn northward because of the Bermuda High. But more importantly, the only landmass that Sam will probably be impacting is going to be the island of Bermuda. But then as soon as it takes that turn northeastward and heads into the North Atlantic, this system is going to be impacting absolutely nobody. And more importantly, this system will not be any sort of impact to the United States at all. All right. Here's Tropical Storm Victor. The center of circulation is somewhere right in here under all of these clouds. All the thunderstorm or the action is going to be somewhere on that northern side. And more importantly, this system will not really impact any land masses at all right? It is somewhat of a strong tropical storm. As you could say, it does have maximum sustained winds of 65 miles an hour. It's currently located around 11.5 north, 33.5 west. The pressure is not that low at all. We're under 1,000 millibars, but it's right under that 1,000 millibars range. And it's currently moving west-northwest at about 15 miles an hour. It most likely will not get any stronger. If anything, it's actually going to start decreasing in strength now. And then eventually will just become an area of low pressure as we head into Wednesday morning. But you can see, it will be getting somewhat close to the Cabo Verde Islands. It'll still probably stay at least 300 miles or so southwest of the Cabo Verde Islands. But then as soon as it starts taking more of that northwestern track, then it'll definitely be heading out into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean where there is plenty of wind shear that will stop the system from increasing at all. And God forbid we do get any more storms. We have one more name on the list, and that is Vicky, I believe. And then also, God forbid we get any more storms after that, we now have a secondary list for naming tropical systems. For those of you who don't know, last season, as soon as we finished our original list, we went into the Greek alphabet And because of a reason that I can't remember off the top of my head, we cannot use the Greek alphabet anymore. And because of that, the National Hurricane Center has now made us a brand new list. So God forbid we do go over our list name, which is definitely likely. Our first name on the list is going to be Adria, followed by Braylon, Caridad, Deshaun, Emery, Foster, and Gemma. That's the first column, and then the second column includes Heath, Isla, Jacobus, Kenzie, Lucio, Michaela, and Nolan, all right? So that's the end of the tropical update. I'll be back in just a second with your local area forecast as we head... Oh, forgot this one last graphic. Excuse me about that. Let's hope we don't get any more hurricanes because we do have a big pizza party planned for December 11th. For those of you who don't know, Chief Meteorologist Ed Piotrowski at ABC 15 News is trying to host a pizza party, hoping that no hurricanes make landfall in the state of South Carolina throughout the whole entire hurricane season for the rest of this season. It will be held at the Myrtle Beach Pelicans Baseball Stadium on 21st Avenue North in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And for those of you who don't know, we have a very special guest coming. Mr. Jim Cantore himself from the Weather Channel located in Atlanta, Georgia, is planning to come join us for a major pizza party. Once again, this is December 11th at the Myrtle Beach Pelicans Baseball Stadium in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina on 21st Avenue with special guest himself, Mr. Jim Cantore. Okay, that is my last graphic for this part. I'll be right back with your local forecast. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so now that we have the tropics out of the way, let's talk about what's going to be going on this weekend. As you can see, we only have one pressure system that's going to be leading to the weather over the weekend, and that is going to be this area of high pressure that's currently going to be over the border of Virginia and also North Carolina. And as we're getting that that clockwise push from the Atlantic Ocean, there really is going to be drying up all the air in the atmosphere that could potentially lead to humidity and high dew points, all right? Here's a look at our Grand Strand weekend forecast. As we head into Saturday, absolutely gorgeous, plenty of sunshine, 0% chance of rain, afternoon highs in the low 80s, dropping down into the high 60s overnight. As you head into Sunday, yet again, another gorgeous day, plenty of sunshine, a 0% chance of rain. Afternoon high is in the low 80s, dropping down to the high 60s overnight. And as you head more inland, as you look for Saturday, yet another gorgeous day, plenty of sunshine, a 0% chance of rain. Afternoon highs in the mid-80s, dropping down into the low 60s overnight. And last but not least, Sunday, another gorgeous day, a little bit more cloud cover, but still a really, really, really nice day. 0% chance of rain, afternoon highs in the mid-80s, dropping down into the high 60s overnight, all right? Now, as we head into the middle part of next week, that's going to be our next rain chance. And the reason for that is because we're going to have an area of low pressure that's going to be over the northwestern Gulf. And as we're going to be getting that southwestern flow that will draw in moisture and showers from the Gulf of Mexico. And then along with that, this area of high pressure that's going to be over the South Atlantic, as we're getting this southeasterly push, that's going to also bring our rain chances. So as you can see, our area is going to be right in the middle of both of these pressure systems, and whenever we're getting that big moisture flow, we're going to be right in the middle of that, and that's going to really enhance our rain chances over the next several days, all right? So here's our 10-day forecast for Grand Strand areas. Once again, a gorgeous weekend ahead of us. And then as soon as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, then we're going to be getting that moisture push from both of the pressure systems, leading to a very small chance of scattered showers, thunderstorms, really every single day. Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be our best shot. And then eventually, as we head into the weekend after this upcoming weekend, another gorgeous day, and then a very small chance of rain come next Monday. And for your inland counties, once again, another gorgeous weekend ahead of us. Our next rain chance is going to be next week, as we get that moisture push. Really, honestly, though, we are going to be seeing a little bit more humidity. Afternoon highs for Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be in the low 80s, dropping down to the mid to high 60s overnight. And then eventually, as we head into the weekend for next week, an absolutely gorgeous weekend again, and then a very small chance of rain as you head into Monday. So overall, not the worst forecast. We could be looking at a hurricane coming, and that could potentially ruin our pizza party, but thankfully, I'll take scattered showers any day over any hurricanes at all, alright? So that is going to wrap up today's video. Please be sure to visit my website above at www.liamsweather.org. In case you haven't noticed already, if you go to where my tropical page is on my website, you're going to see a little drop-down arrow, and the reason for that is because I have made a page for every single current tropical thread that has every single detail on that thread right now. And also, I'll be posting several more updates on my Facebook at Liam Kenny on my Instagram at LiamsWeather. And last but not least, I'm also on Twitter at LiamsWeather621. And last but not least, definitely be sure, if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, that you hit that subscribe button, you turn on notifications, and also you click that like button if you are enjoying the content, alright? So that is basically going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a great weekend.